Thank you very much. Please, let's take our seats. Asante sana. Lady Chief Justice, President of the Supreme Court, and the Chair of our Justice and Legal Sector, the Attorney General, honorable members, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. First, let me agree with what has been said here, that some very important work has been done by the National Council for Law Reporting. I did have a conversation with them. They came to brief me, and I must admit that I didn't know what the job of National Council for Law Reporting was. And they had a difficult time trying to explain to me what it is that they do. But finally, I was persuaded, beyond any reasonable doubt, that they were doing something good for our country. And as has been said by the Chief Justice, the work they have done is world-class. It is in the realm of where many would want to learn from. And therefore, let me join in commending Professor Momali and your team. And I see they are a very big team. The team who came to brief me were a very small team, but there is a whole army of people who have made this possible. Let me tell you, on my own behalf and on that of the government of Kenya, we want to say thank you very much for what you have done. And it is the reason why I am honored to preside over the launch of the 24th annual supplement of the laws of Kenya. I note that this edition contains revised versions of our laws all the way from 1995 to 2022. Aside from being pivotal to our commitment to uphold the rule of law, the supplement ensures that our legal framework remains effective and accessible to all Kenyans. In particular, this edition also features a body of laws that have been aligned with the bottom-up economic transformation agenda, anchoring our ambition and our ambitious vision for national development on a sound legal basis. The laws of Kenya are a foundation of governance and the expression of our constitutionality and national values, including justice, equality, and accountability, which define our democratic dispensation. They are the output of our legislature, by which the elected representatives of the people actualize the people's welfare in every sector. They are also the source of legitimate authority for all public actions and the basis of the protection of the rights and interests of all citizens. Without the dedicated efforts of our legislative bodies, our goals for a just, fair, and prosperous society would falter. Significant progress in various sectors has been made possible by sound policies and legal reforms. We are a nation undergoing radical transformation in order to achieve our destiny of prosperity within a generation. It is imperative, therefore, that our laws reflect our nation's dynamism. As our society evolves, so must our laws. It is also the reason why this annual supplement is necessary, because it enables our legal system to meet contemporary challenges and opportunities. And I say this against the background of what we committed to the people of Kenya in our manifesto. We realize that the government of Kenya is not in a very good place insofar as legal representation is concerned. And we identified this matter in our manifesto, and we said we are going to do something about the Office of the Attorney General by way of empowering it and giving it substantial capability to be able to handle matters legal for the people of Kenya and for the government of Kenya. It is also the reason a week ago I signed into law a new piece of legislation that will facilitate in a much more robust way the Office of the Attorney General so that it can provide legal advice to government and provide legal representation on behalf of the public, on behalf of the Kenyan people, on any matter that is brought against them. For a very long time, the office has been understaffed, undercapacitated, and we are paying a very high price for that. I have every intention to correct that imbalance and to ensure. And what the National Council for Law Reporting is effort in that direction. That is why when I was briefed, I said whatever it's going to take, I must come for this launch. We've waited for the document that we're going to launch today for close to 30 years. It's taken 30 years to get us here. And therefore, it is significant and it is important. That is why this launch is an occasion for us to reflect on the powerful, constant and far-reaching influence of our legal system on the lives of all Kenyans, and by implication, the role of public officers charged with legislation, interpretation, and implementation of these laws in advancing public good. The laws we make and enforce enrich the fabric of our society and define respective rights and responsibilities. Consequently, the imperative for our legal framework to remain just and equitable cannot be overemphasized. The 24th annual supplement enhances the accessibility of our legal texts, revision, integrating amendments, revision of new laws since the last edition. By consolidating these changes, we aim to simplify access to legal information and promote transparency and accountability across the legal system. The importance of this supplement is multifold. Firstly, it fosters the alignment of the policy framework with national development goals. By ensuring that the laws of Kenya support the bottom-up economic transformation agenda, this supplement goes a long way to facilitate access to pertinent information as guaranteed under Article 35 of our Constitution, of the Constitution of Kenya. This promotes progress and inclusion and widespread access, especially through digitization, which is a priority area under our bottom-up economic transformation agenda. Clarity about content of our laws and regulations enhance Kenya's profile as a conducive business environment as an attractive investment destination. Secondly, the supplement facilitates the consolidation and coordination of government policy. The synergy and collaboration among the different systems which generated this supplement have significantly bolstered an unified approach to policy and empowered various legal legislative functions from the Attorney General's office to the county governments and now county assemblies. It has also enhanced their access to critical legal information. Thirdly, this supplement goes a long way in enhancing Kenya's progress along the digital superhighway and facilitating greater opportunities to participate in digital governance and the digital economy. I have agreed with my friend, the Attorney General, that if there is one thing he must do at the Office of the Attorney General is to digitize all the systems there. In fact, In fact, if there is one item we have secured in the budget, is to make sure that he has the money to make sure that the Attorney General's office and all its operations are on a digital platform, because the rest of government is ahead of the Attorney General's office, the judiciary is ahead of the Attorney General's office, and in fact, it is the Attorney General's office that is dragging everybody behind. And I needed to say this, so not to discourage those in the office of the Attorney General, but to encourage them and to tell them, we feel you, we hear you, we know the challenges and the shortcomings in the office of the Attorney General, and that is why we are doing something about it. We are not only making the legislation to ensure that the office of the Attorney General can hire the requisite staff with the necessary qualifications and pay them sufficiently, but we are also deploying budget to make sure that they can do it and they can also digitize their operations. We all must agree that we will want to run a cashless government, a digital government. By utilizing advances in technology to transition from print to digital formats, this supplement has become a hallmark and a landmark of inclusive ICT-driven growth. And I want to commend this team. When I had a chat with them, they had some explaining to do, because being a scientist, sometimes I'm a bit slow. So they took a lot of time to explain to me what it was. As a result, it has delivered important benefits, including enhancing accessibility in a digital format. Another benefit is universal accessibility, effectively addressing limitations in language and format, making public legal information more accessible online. I take this opportunity to appreciate the dedication of the legal professionals, policymakers, and stakeholders involved in refining our laws, led by the Attorney General's Office and the National Council for Law Reporting, and I know the judiciary have been substantially part of this, including the leadership of our Chief Justice. To all of you who have made this possible, congratulations and thank you very much for doing this for our country. Your commitment to enhancing our legal system and making it efficient to deliver governance and justice is much in evidence in the work that I have seen when I went through this with Mumali and his team. This launch is our golden opportunity to recommit ourselves to maintaining a legal system that serves as a bastion of democracy and justice, and to devote our efforts to delivering an uncompromisingly high standard of compliance with the rule of law by all of us. We have a duty to always strive for a society that upholds every citizen's right and dignity, where the law protects all equally against injustice without distinction, discrimination, or fail. The 24th annual supplement of the laws of Kenya is a very important piece of work that has been done by a very dedicated team. Again, let me ask, I didn't know it was a big army like the one I have seen. In my mind, I thought it was the few people who came to see me. I now know that there is a big army beyond the National Council of Law Reporting, complete with a choir. So let me ask the team at the National Council for Law Reporting to stand up so that we can appreciate you. Again. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You have done some good piece of work there, and we very sincerely appreciate. I must apologize. The AG has said why we came late. It is not in my tradition to come late, but today we had business, and all of you know that we also have a situation in the country occasioned by climate change. We have floods in the country, citizens have lost lives, and we needed to put together a proper response as government to make sure that we have adequate resources to respond to the climate crisis we have, not just immediately, but on the short term and on the long term, and to also see how we can prevent such from happening in the future. And therefore, we will be releasing the steps we are taking as government to make sure that we deal with the challenges of floods and other interventions that are necessary to secure the lives and property of people and to ensure that we forestall any such from happening in the future. The 20th and the 24th, annual supplement to the laws of Kenya, therefore, is officially launched. And congratulations. Thank you very much. God bless you, and God bless our great country, Kenya. Asanteni sana.
Thank you, Your Excellency. And we would like to now have it officially launched to the left. So allow me, Your Excellency, to invite the clerk to the National Assembly, the clerk to the Senate, the Chief Registrar, and the Attorney General to flag